さあさあ、まだ幕は開けたばかりだよ僕。嘘だけどね。
I've been that piece, don't test me. Only I dream, no friendlies. All of my G's unfriendly. None of my fees want ending. Sheesh.
1, 2, 3. Yo, so what's good? What's good? What's good? My name is mewmuse, and I'm back to play more BioShock, that dope game about me being stuck at Little Wonders facility. Just trying to figure out what's going on, man. And tell Adam you could no more domestic. Okay. No, this is dry. And I'm gonna keep going, playing through the end of the game and just trying to get as far as I can. Let's remember what it is that I'm doing. Find a Big Daddy bodysuit. Alright. And I surprisingly still kind of remember how to play, which is pretty good. So I think I have some money. I watch out for the cameras because they're fucking everywhere at this stupid ass part. And I guess I'll go upstairs and I'll start talking about my random shit whenever I start talking about my random ass shit. And then we'll go from there. I should keep the electric thing on in case I gotta zap a motherfucker. Alright, so I don't remember where I got any of these parts from. Let me... Oh shit, I shouldn't have done that. Oh well. And then I guess I could hide? This motherfucker. I'm already doing better. Where'd the head go? And I'm probably just gonna talk about some random shit. I'm still into all the politics and stuff. And that shit is kind of fire, bro. Today it was especially stupid. Cause I be getting into something and then it slowly like falls apart. It like starts getting super fucking weird, and then you're like, dude, I just want to give up. And normally I do give up because I can't be bothered, because it's not worth my fucking time if I'm being super serious. And that's gonna sound arrogant, but guess what? I'm an arrogant little boy, and I'm always gonna be like that because it isn't worth my fucking time. And I'd rather hang out by myself if I have to deal with that bullshit. But you know what? I'm trying to... They didn't like how it was when I was a kid, so I'm trying to compromise to the best of my ability.
Fontaine showed some foresight when he built up the plasmid business. But the man really never understood science. Hiding those little girls beneath the bushel. I've just seen the preliminary design work on the new plasmid machines.
The new plasmid machines. But you know what? I'm getting smarter, bro. And it's getting harder for them to be like, he don't know what he's talking about. Them being the proverbial people against me. I'm getting smarter, man. And every year that I'm alive, every year, it's getting harder. It's getting harder for them to deny the fact that this asshole crept in and he became really good at anything he wanted to be good at. Do we think this is on? Oh well, I'm gonna run over there. Bow! Get the fuck away from me. You ain't gonna hit me like that. I told you weren't gonna hit me like that. Alright, now let me get this real quick. Oh. I'm gonna go over here. Whoa, dude, this actually made me jump. Alright, now we're gonna, what are we gonna do? Let's grab this one! Am I doing damage to myself when I do that? What is that? Alright, let me get the fuck out of this room. Oh, that was me. Is there a camera in here? I'll fight all of you. Don't think I won't do it. I'll start talking about something at some point. The new updates to YouTube went through, and if you're an old channel, you're fucked. And then if you upload like the same video all the time, they consider you AI, which is hilarious. I stopped by a channel that I watch videos for like semi-frequently, and before I clicked on the video, I was just on my home page. It was like, it honestly, like the most like offensive way to put it. They were like, does this seem like AI slop to you? And it's like a real guy. Like, he's a professor at a school, and he talks about music. And I actually forgot to answer the question because I was so taken aback by it. But I mean, it's kind of cold when YouTube is just like pointing out regular people's channels like, yo, does this person feel like AI slop? Because we could get rid of them. That's not a big deal for us. Hey! Hey! Motherfucker, bro. Hold on. You like that? How you feel about that? I'm feeling pretty good about what just happened. Take that. You know what? Let me go destroy this camera while I'm at it. Where's this motherfucking room at? Get away from me. Where you going? You better come back here. That's what I thought. Who? Alright. We're just calling regular people AI slop. That's pretty fucking awesome to do. Good job, YouTube. And way to go, Google. Really making our self-esteem right where it needs to be. And I guess that will pivot me into, oh shit, dude, I don't know why I'm so fucking jumpy. Leave me alone. Alright, fuck it. There's gotta be something over here that I could grab. Is this gonna hurt me? Oh, it doesn't hurt at all. I watched some pretty interesting videos today. Am I crouching? Ah, fuck, I wasted that. Whatever. Oh. That's fascinating and all, bro. But where the fuck am I supposed to go? What in the hell, dude? Live subject testing. You invent is a place that I can go. Are there hints to this? Like what? No active goal. Smell like a Big Daddy. How come that shit hasn't been working all fucking game, dude? Are you serious? You know how long I've just been walking around not doing a goddamn thing because that shit didn't fucking work? I've clicked on that shit at least like 17,000 times. That's like probably the exact number as well. I'm just over here playing games the same way I always play fucking games, which is one of the stupid ass mechanics doesn't work, and then I'm just running around like an idiot saying that I'm the smartest man on the planet. First off, because I probably am, and then second off, because I feel stupid afterwards. That's every game. Fuck you! Great. 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 Good job. You want some of this before I kill the fucking copper choppers or whatever they're called? Yeah. I'll take that. Big Daddies do smell disgusting, baby, but deal with it. You like that one? That didn't go anywhere where it was supposed to? Yo, I need y'all to relax. Blow up. Do something. For the love of God. Give me the smell. I got the smell. I don't care anymore. Don't worry about it. Yeah, she says that, but that's not how she really feels. They're both attracted to the smell of this shit. She's just saying it because the other people around. I've never run into one. When by ourselves, it wasn't like okay, at least. Not that I'm hot shit, just that it's cool. It's easy to be chill. It's when other people enter the equation that it gets all fucked up. It should be super easy to be chill. I don't know why people have a hard time with it. What in the fuck? Alright, sorry, I'm coming into your room. I need to grab some shit. This is some Illuminati type shit right here. It's not a comfortable room. Can you stop talking about how I smell? That took way longer than it needed to. Okay. Look at his little headdress, dude. What in the fuck? I don't have the thing to take Big Daddy's down. You know what? I don't care. I'm just gonna run around and collect things in the meantime. So you can chase me all you fucking want, but I'm gonna tell you exactly what's gonna happen. I'm just gonna get all of the good shit. All of the good shit while you fucking try and kill me, homie. There's nothing. There's absolutely zero good things. You ain't gonna get me if I do this. I'm dead. Ryan! Oh my gosh. I don't even remember what I was talking about the last video. I did my alien crescendo saying that the government was bullshit. Because they are. And then I talked about some other shit, and I don't remember what... Oh, I tried to think of, like, positives that you could pull. That's what I was trying to think of. But, I still feel the same. Which is funny, because now the government's going to come... Like, supposedly, these YouTube videos, government's going to come out with some, like, big old juicy tidbits on aliens. Like, they're going to say things that might rock the foundation of the, whole entire religious world. And so they want the religious people to be well aware, because this could change. You're gonna have to know how to you're gonna have to know what to do, man. I don't know how to tell you any other way. You're just gonna have to know what to tell your people. You're gonna need to be the shepherd. What a load of fucking horseshit. Y'all are gonna need to tell them all. You gotta call them up right now. 1948. What happened in 1948? I think that's when the CIA was formally crowned. If I'm correct, that's when they broke the bottle on the ship, and they became what they are today. Government's so dumb, bro. All these video, like I've now found a new way that I like enjoying the media. I like hearing people talk about it. Like, I'm cool with that. I had this bullshit suit, dude. Look at my... Oh, no, I guess I just had the helmet. I like hearing people talk. I'm cool with just doing that and hanging around. But, I don't believe most of the shit they say. And I sure as hell don't believe the government that keeps changing this motherfucking story every 5 seconds. I'm trying to look cool in front of my fucking friends because I'm just trying to do some hood rat shit. And then they're like, you know what? We're going to make an announcement. Like a bunch of little brothers, bro. Like, could you fucking let me just do what I want to do? Yeah, well, we heard what you said through the grapevine. Now we're going to make an announcement and make you look dumb. Obviously, that's not what really transpired, but that's how it feels in this 2026 world. We're gonna make our own announcement. Yeah, why don't you not wear the same dress as me to prom, Susie? You fucking stupid little skank. And don't ask Kyle out. I already asked him to the prom. That's how my government feels. And that's how all the governments feel to me right now. And they are reptilians. So says the memo. Are they reptilians? I saw a video with one of the cigar ships today. And it looks like a dragonfly without the wings. I'm still like fully in that camp. These motherfuckers flying through space and end up just like looking exactly the same. I don't understand any of this tech that we got right now, dude. So you're telling me that we're going from extraterrestrials to now we're interdimensional terrestrials. You think just changing the name like that is going to make me think that you've got anything else but snake oil? It's in the same jar, and it looks the same as the other shit you were trying to give to me. I don't need that book. I'm an American. What the fuck I'm finna do with that? They're now interdimensional beings. Meaning that when we look out with our billion-dollar telescopes, we're not going to be able to see them. Because they're interdimensional. That means that what they can do is they can be in our space-time or outside of our space-time. I'm talking, lovely lady. So when we look out into space as how should I say this, Bob? As our technology advances, we might not see anything. And the reason we can't, and maybe the reason we might not see anything is because they're interdimensional. And because of that, you wouldn't see anything. Think angels and demons. They can phase in and out of realities, they can possess things, they can do this, that, and the third, but that doesn't necessarily mean that when we look out with the greatest technological advancement we have in telescopetry, that we'll be able to see anything out there to prove any of these claims that we're making. Because we can't prove them, because they're interdimensional. When we said extraterrestrial, we didn't have the technology back then. Now we do. How do I get into the thing, dude? What do you want me to do, lady? Summon a little sister. How am I supposed to do that? I got boba. You like boba? You want a Starbucks coffee? Oh, I gotta just hit it. Alright. Get over here. Wow. You a little slut. Look at how you came out that thing. You can be a great hoe one day.
It would mean very much to me if you will be gentle with the girl. Mein kleines Mädchen.
That's a sick ass door. I fuck with that door. Do I have to protect this thing? I don't give a fuck, dude. Let me get through the game. I'm gonna save. They're interdimensional species, meaning when technology advances to the point where you're going to start asking questions, we won't be able to see any because they don't exist where you could see them. But as you've seen through the files that we are working on releasing, they are here, and we will show you. Increments at a time, like a hamster's water bottle. I'm so sick of my government and all the other governments, bro. You got no idea. You got no fucking clue. It's like the Thanksgiving that I can't leave, man. Like the food is gone. I'm super full and I'm just trying to like sit there. And the family don't get along, and we're going this way now? We're going this way. And like they said goodbye 17 times, and you need to go to work the next day. But guess what? They started another fucking story. Goodbye, and we'll see you later, was from the middle living room. And you had to get through the kitchen and the dining room and then the living room by the door. And that goodbye was 45 minutes ago. And there's still other people floating around. It's like a minefield of fucking nostalgia and reminiscing that you gotta get through when you just want to go the fuck home. That's what the government is. It's just South Park member berries. But you keep adding something new every time to make me think that I didn't remember correctly. And that, no, there's something else I was missing. You call me Mr. B? I just, also in my video, I learned that a bee, what's it called? A bee king? I'll just call myself the bee king. But I'm like, a bee symbolism is high level in masonry. So I'm just trying to leave her alone. And then something. We're back talking about the Charlie Kirk assassination. So says my video. And I guess. Leave me alone. And I guess new things developed. But little girl, get the fuck out the way. You better help if you're gonna just do nothing. You ain't gonna heal on me, homie. Oh my god, is that a camera? The angels are gonna wait as long as I say the angels are gonna fucking wait. You've never met one like me, baby girl. You're never going to. and kids are running through Scientology buildings, which is awesome. I didn't know before, but I guess Scientology, aside from having a portal symbol, which is just, that makes my point in my other videos, because it's fucking hilarious. They believe in like an alien overlord named Zenu or some shit. I don't mean to offend Tom Cruise or Catherine Zeta-Jones or whoever, John Travolta, whoever the fuck else is in the Scientologist group, but that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. And looking from the outside in, it seems like Scientology is just obviously, another one of those groups that you get to the end of the fucking magic rainbow and you have two doors in front of you. You can either become a scumbag that's into like weird sex things, or they just tell you that your mind has more power than you thought it had. That's what all these groups are. I'm sure Scientology is exactly the fucking same. You got two doors in front of you. You can go through the blue door or the red door. Do you want to be a Democrat or a Republican? Your decision. We got people who like to do both the things over here. You want just the fellowship, or you want to have some like weird, crazy sex ventures? And I don't know how much it costs, but if you think that I'm going to spend money for you to tell me some things that I already know, then you better just hand me my $250 gift card, because I'm not going to buy your timeshare. I will leave. Hold on guys, hold on. I think we got off on the wrong foot, so this is the better foot to be. That feels better, right? Yeah? Are you done stabbing that gentleman 7,000 times? What the fuck are you talking about? Alright. Get the fuck out of the way. What is shooting me? Are you shooting my girl? I'm so desensitized. I was desensitized. I'm actually on like the good route now. I was desensitized with people, and now I'm just desensitized with clubhouses and systems. I don't know how I got on this route. I didn't give a fuck, dude. I was ready to go out in a blaze of glory. But apparently, the systems didn't agree with me. Can you fucking hurry up, please? Thank you. That's probably what my kid would be like, just stabbing something over and over again. Like it's one big game. What the fuck is happening right now?
Not longer in suit with other, they're as vulnerable as any child. If the little one falls, you can call for another epidemic. But to lose even one is a shame.
Yeah, well, maybe, you know what would be kind of helpful? If I had a place to get some fucking items. I gotta go back here and I gotta go get my little girl, bro. My little girl broke on the way to the campsite. Alright, I'm sorry, I had to get at least one off, that's my fault. But seeing as how YouTube changed the algorithm and I'm never gonna get any viewers or anything like that, I may as well get the jokes off. I may as well. This is your fault more than anything. Alright, whatever. Let me see, let me go through my weapons. Let me see what I'm working with. Alright, nothing on that one. I got some proximity mines, which is okay. Alright, I got machine gun ammo. I got any bolts? I got 0 bolts. I got some electric buck. Switch over to liquid nitrogen. Pew! Good. I could take a ton of pictures of people, but do I look like I'm at a fucking wreck? Alright, let's go. Alright. What else did I write down here? I didn't write shit. I didn't take any notes, dude. I'm kind of overtaking the notes. I gave it like 1 solid day. Maybe 2 days, over the course of 2 days, and now I'm just like over. I don't even remember the videos I was watching that well. But I know mostly we were all talking about the same bullshit. Oh yeah, the Charlie Kirk assassination was pretty interesting. I guess he died in the same way. He had like a similar name, and the killer had a similar name, and he got shot in the same place as like something that happened in a movie that happened that came out probably in the 90s. It was called Snake Eyes, and what's it called? Oh, and people are just tripped out about that. Like same thing with the assassination guy in that tried to shoot up Trump's dinner or whatever. That's kind of cool. But I mean, honestly, I still stick by all my information, dude. Government doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. They're not good at their jobs, and this is the result. And all the things they're gonna get good at are just things that like you wouldn't want them to be good at. Like they wouldn't want their children to know what they do, which is sad for them more than anything, really. But that's the way of the world. I don't find that the coincidence that weird, I guess, because technology is getting like really good, bro. And I'm pretty sure, like I bet a lot of money that they're still gonna do what I say they're gonna fucking do, which is they're just gonna they're gonna bring the hammer down with what they do understand, which is like the human mind and the technology that that we have, that the public does know about and has been shown. And basically, like the people who are in charge of leading the world are just gonna be glorified fucking iPhones. Like AI is getting better, and then it's only going to keep progressing, just like the motherfucking camera phone on an iPhone. And then every now and then you're going to get some new invention they say they have, and maybe they have it, maybe they don't, but it's most likely what they showed us already. And then you're going to get like a couple new apps. That's like the peak. That is their peak. And I think we've seen it. Because I don't think, they're not getting to space. I'm telling you right now, y'all ain't finna do shit in space really like that. And so all the things that are confusing us right now are going to keep confusing us because it's human psychology. But, I mean, what it is, it's just them hammering home on the same shit that they've been doing for, like, as long as fucking possible. It's not new. It's just an iPhone. That's it. I mean, Bill Gates can get as fucking clever and crafty as he would like to try and get. Can you not hit the little girl, bro? Hey, 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 hey. Why don't you have some fucking respect? He can start a smart city named Belmont or whatever he wants to do, which is a play on the words, because Belmont is a city of lots of fun and joy in the Shakespeare play. And what he's saying, if the people are saying the world is a stage, then Bill Gates is saying that he's the playwright, which he is. It is his right to say that because he is the playwright. So naming a city Belmont is understandable, but all of this just proves my point. Like they don't know what the fuck they're doing. It's Wizard of Oz. I'm just gonna keep repeating that over and over again because they're not at a point where they should be like, you're doing the same shit you've been doing, bro. And I called you out on it, and I could be wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? So it's like. Because now we're in this obsessive little game of just making like little haha hee hee jokes at each other. So this shit is definitely not, has got zero motion, as black people and Gen Zers like to say, if they even still say that. Can't keep up with the fucking slang nowadays. I was riding when it was with... Can you not walk into the turret? Do you got any loot on you? At least be useful in some aspect. The slang was food, and then it just went to like ways to prepare food. Like it went to cooked and glazed, fried after food. And then now I guess cortisol is the thing. They're just starting to go to chemicals, bro. Everything is devolving. It's hilarious. That shit still trips me up. Like damn, and people just want new shit like so badly now that they're just like coming up with anything. We used to, you know, our slang used to be a little bit more creative. Like you kind of thought like, what does that mean, bro? And like it's like, oh, you kind of got to think a little bit. Now it's just like, well, you still got to ask, but I mean now it's just like cortisol. They didn't even try to make it sound dope. They didn't even come up with anything, bro. Instead of, oh my god, dude, cortisol. That's just like, that's not even slang. That's just what it is. What the fuck? Yeah, man, my cortisol levels is spiked. Yeah, that's just a statement, bro. That's not even... You could say that, teacher won't even get mad at you. Your parents aren't even gonna ask what that means. They're just gonna be like, wow, Jeffrey is getting so smart. Maybe that's the point. Y'all getting crafty. Yeah, why don't you get to where we need to go? Your parents finally gonna start respecting you now. I thought the whole point was pissing off your parents. I didn't know you were trying to be a little suck up. It's kind of some bitch shit, but you know, whatever, to each their own.
Hurry, Mr. Bubbles.
What about the, this is my little girl. Yeah, too bad, homie. You're gonna have to wait for the next batch. Sorry, bruh. I'm at the Golden Bee site. Better than your site. How many times have I been demonetized? Probably at least a couple. Nope.
Don't be a slowpoke, Mr. B.
Hold on, I got the perfect thing for this. Oh yeah, and I brought up that... What's going on? I brought up that Charlie Kirk thing, and then the fact that they're just like nailing down the things they were already getting good at. To say that that shit, that Charlie Kirk shit and the coincidence is tripping us up right now, but I don't think it's going to be important for that much longer, because if AI keeps getting better, and so does their understanding of the human brain and psychology, and then coding, as well as the simple things that AI is going to be able to do, because you're not going to hit AGI. I don't fucking believe in you anymore. May that be God's will. You guys are stuck. You may stay stuck for quite a long time. Oh, no, 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 no. What was I saying? Oh yeah, AI and all the... Like, all you really need to do, and we're gonna get back onto the ways to control people, just so you know, help people out. Do my diligence. Cause it's fun to talk about. I still enjoy it. Let me kill these guys first. I got focus sniper. But I'm looking online. People are starting to like really figure out like the methods of manipulation, which is kind of cool. It's not like I'm the saving grace in that battle. These people are smart as shit. But hey, why don't you calm the fuck down, Static Shock? You better fucking relax. You're lucky I ain't got shit to kill you with. He's the devil. People say his brain was infected by devils. Alright, I'm just gonna clear this room before I get another girl out here. Where's this camera at? Cause she's gonna do her little fucking stabby stab psychopath thing, and then I'm gonna have to deal with all that shit. You don't like me? Well, you're lucky I don't have anything to kill you with, homie. I'm for sure just gonna let him kill me. I may as well take a picture of him. I got enough of these. Oh! But anyway, like I was saying, since I'm gonna die right here, is they're not going to be able to get to space, so they're just going to focus on controlling the population. Because if numbers and population continues to rise and they don't have enough proxy wars to deal with that, or there isn't enough sickness or whatever, it's going to be an issue for them. And if it wasn't an issue for them first, it would eventually become an issue for all of us. But it'll definitely be an issue for them first and foremost. And they're just going to pool resources into controlling a population and making sure they have as much control and ownership over everything as humanly fucking possible. That way they can do whatever they want without really having to ask anybody. Because it's one thing having an army of like, you know, 20, maybe 15, 20,000, and then overseeing maybe, I don't fucking know, what, like a million people. That still sounds like a huge difference, but when you realize that there are women and children and old people, and then probably lots of dumb people, and just people who don't know anything, it's not that hard to maintain control. But when you have an army of like, what do we have? What does every country have on average right now? Like 50 to 75,000 active soldiers. Like way different. And some people who remember how to fight, but so much shit you gotta do. It's not like a fight pops off and you could just be like, well, let me pick up my sword, it's time to get back on the battlefield. I never thought that we would have to taste blood again, Masamune. It's definitely not like that. And there's billions of people, bro. There's a big difference. So of course they're just gonna fucking sit in their little ivory tower and they're trying to figure out how to fuck with you all day long. That's precisely what's gonna happen all over the world. And so they're gonna focus on modes of control. So this whole Charlie Kirk thing, first off, here's one red flag for all y'all. How come Charlie Kirk died so long ago? And this is just now coming out. Now this is one thing that you want to ask yourself. Because a normal person who you should trust isn't going, most likely, to randomly stumble across a movie and happen to have Charlie Kirk on their mind and say, and connect those dots. It doesn't matter what you see online. A normal person in their normal life most likely is not going to be just randomly watching Snake Eyes and be like, oh my god, this is Charlie Kirk and this is the other guy. We might do that from time to time, but usually that's when a movie tells us what mind state to be in. Movies are good at that. I'm going to say some shit about movies in a little bit, but not right now. But what movies are really good at right now is telling us what mind state to be in. Yeah, I want you to be empathetic. I want you to be inquisitive. I want you to be angry. They're really fucking good at that. Most likely, I haven't seen it, but I'm willing to bet Snake Eyes, looking like it was from the 90s, is not a movie that was trying to tell me anything other than I want you to be entertained. So for it to be that long ago when he got assassinated, what kind of person stumbled across this little boon of knowledge? So it was either someone who literally, because they didn't do it on their own. So the smallest percent chance is a normal person who just happened upon it. That's so unlikely. Forget about that. I don't know shit about mathematics, but I know that's unlikely. The second thing was that it's a motherfucker sitting in his house. Like what they used to think all of us gamers were like. Like there's a man like that right now who's just sitting on ChatGPT all day long trying to find weird fucking... He's trying to make constellations. He's trying to make digital constellations nonstop. He's scrubbing. He's digging through the crates looking for that one Isley Brothers vinyl that was rumored to exist, but nobody knows if that shit really existed. Because there were only 7 copies because they were all broke at the time. And apparently 6 copies got destroyed. Well, 5 copies got destroyed. 1 got sold for drugs, and then who knows what happened to it. And the other one was in the garage somewhere. So that's the other thing. It could be some dude who's like Mama's Basement type shit. Because, you know, I don't use it like that. But I'm sure ChatGPT is like pretty addicting for certain things. So maybe he's into that. Maybe he could be doing that. I gotta go get the girl. I'm just like running right past her. Or it could be the third option, since we're all thinking as a team, where well, this is what I guess everybody thinks, but it was planned out beforehand. Now if we're thinking about it, what are the chances, and this is the part that trips us up on some next level Mandela effect type shit, what are the chances that if it wasn't planned out, it would happen to line up this well? Well, my good friend, as someone who also is not good at mathematics, the chances are not strong. I would say 70% of the time, it could be true all the time. So then we're left to believe that it was most likely the government, and it's not our super sleuth that stumbled across the truth, but the government most likely pulled some shit and then put out the information. Now, what's the benefit of that, Michael? Because people are going to catch on. Oh, my name is Michael, by the way. I didn't say mewmuse, I just said my name. My name is Michael. What's up? Good to meet you. Let's go down this rabbit hole together. I don't know what the fucking benefit would be. I mean, aside from getting like some pseudo police state going, since we're just making brand new motherfucking iPhones nonstop, I would say that technology is going to get to a point where you're just going to have technology to fabricate most of what you want. So if we're thinking about... Oh, I should have killed the Big Daddy. That's why I didn't do all this shit. she's gonna get fucking murked, bro. But hopefully I can use her to distract him. If you're thinking about it, let me grab this. I could just hypnotize him, actually. Alright, well that clearly didn't fucking work. Alright, I died. What was I trying to say? I don't know how I want to word it. I'm already frustrated with this part. Proving grounds. Okay. I mean, I guess I would say that is the predictive programming. We're used to seeing AI used in like some really weird ways, but why would you assume that that's the level of AI that AI is at? So if you're following me still and you're riding with me, then if you wanted to fool the public, it would be like, yo, come out with some random shit. What should we tell him, Steve? Tell him that we got nanoparticles. Tell him that we got smart dust. And what this smart dust does is it goes into your body. And then once it's in your body, it tracks you and it monitors you. Steve, but you realize that we already have medical records and frequent regular appointments that most people go to doctors and psychiatrists, and they don't cover up their camera on their phone or their TVs, and we have video surveillance on every street known to man almost in a city. And if they work in any job that has any influence whatsoever over tech or civil service, everything is listened to, monitored, and tracked. Yeah, I know that, Bill. But tell them that we have smart dust, and we blow this dust into you like pixie dust, and it flows into your body, and then we track you, and then after we track you, we're going to control you whenever we get there. It's like, bro, so you expect me to believe that the government is just going to spray some smart dust into the air, it's going to go into my body, and it's going to stay into my body? Do you know how much shit in my body gets replaced all of the years that I'm alive, bro? I got almost no original body. I'm pretty sure. I didn't go to science class either, but I'm pretty sure I go through shit like decently. So are you gonna keep spraying smart dust? And then also, it's dust. I don't give a shit how many little fucking harp players you got. You're not going to be able to control where the fucking dust goes. You ever tried to control the dust in your house? Let me see some of y'all's houses, because I can guarantee you're not getting it. I don't care how much money you have, you aren't in that girl like you say you are. She's just playing along with you. It doesn't mean that she's like feeling it like that. So you're still smart dust. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about your smart dust at all, because I know it's cap and I know you're bullshit squad. But you know what would worry me if it was really war to me and not just musing and a chance for me to talk shit without anything happening except me getting the same amount of views I was getting before, which is fucking zero, is why do you guys see AI online and you automatically assume that that's the best AI we have? Like, obviously, these motherfuckers ain't in labs cloning people. I don't give a shit who you listen to. It could be the Island Boys or it could be George W. Bush. It don't fucking matter. They ain't cloning shit in there. It may be like a rat or two, but I mean, it's a tiny, insignificant brain. And those rats and shit probably look like what the McDonald's stuff comes from. They were probably like hairless, You know, they had no eyes. Like, you can call it a rat because it's got tail and it's the same shape, but that doesn't make it a motherfucking rat. I could guarantee you that shit was looking like a fucked up fetus. But and it just came from a rat. It's like the meat that we're gonna be given. Like, it wasn't really a rat that they cloned. It just came from a rat, and they're calling it. They're just riding with it. It's a burger. There's not a single ounce of hamburger in there. But why do you assume that AI is like where we have it? If I was the government, my AI would be supreme. You would not be able to tell the difference because it's not super hard to make improvements on the AI imaging, and it's not super hard to make improvements on camera features. And these are the things that the government would be like far ahead in, and then they'd be like throwing this shit. Like, why do you think it's impossible? We're used to everything looking like sleek and futuristic. What if that was the con right there? There's some like IG AI they're fine as fuck, bro. I've seen some hentai online. That shit is fire. But why do you think everything's gonna be slick like that? You could go back and you could just make an old movie. Like, obviously it's a little too early because we got so many like movie heads around. You might want to wait till the kids grow up a little bit because they're the ones in the echo chamber the hardest. But you could go back and then you could just make an old movie that seems like it was predicting the future when really all you did was go back and change the shit. Or you could make a old grainy looking motherfucking interview. It doesn't matter. Or you know what you could even do? You could only AI parts of a video. People are assuming that all of these things, AI videos are like what we're seeing right now. Yo, the government might not be on shit, might not be worth shit, might be on some fuck shit, but there's a lot of application that they're just conveniently like not talking about at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, look at this. It's Iranian war videos. Nah, you could use AI for some like dastardly type of shit, bro. Ain't nobody would fucking know. Of course, you'd have to come up with like, it would be so convincing. You'd have to like find a way to like tell people in like your group like, no, that's AI, which I bet they'll do. Certain things, there'll be certain things. You know, kind of know how like everybody likes hand signs, whether you're a gang member or you're in a clubhouse. There'll probably be like some shit like that. Watch. But that's the type of shit that they're gonna fucking go full throttle into. I can almost guarantee you, my mans. And then that mood shit we already got on our Fitbits and Apple Watches and shit off of. Like, I'm betting on myself. I'm betting on my bet. If we could do that, can I put my shit on Couchy? Because I'm betting on me. I'm betting I know what these motherfuckers are gonna be like. Dude, it's so shitty trying to kill these people like this. And there's probably something else I was gonna say, but I don't remember. Oh my god, I'm taking pictures of him. I bet that's the type of shit it's gonna be, man. And oh yeah, so like to bring it back to Charlie Kirk, because I guess I didn't do that. You only need a couple instances to go off a few times where it seems like scarily like time traveler prediction type of thing. Like, you only need to pull off these types of psyops on the public just enough times for the idea to be planted in their head and the uncertainty that maybe something like this can exist. Because there's only one thing you can confirm or two things, I guess. Someone is definitely planning around these things, whether it's the government or somebody else. We'll just leave that up in the air. Doesn't matter. And technology is definitely going to be at, if not already there, the point that I said. I don't believe there's fucking reptilian, shape-shifting, brain-sucking creatures here. I don't believe that they have nanodust, or nano machines, for that matter, that are capable of doing something as intricate as fucking swimming through and surviving and thriving, actually, in a human fucking body. And I don't believe they have gigantic fucking... I don't believe the big shit they say. It doesn't make any fucking sense. But I do believe that they can make a whole bunch of progress into what I said, iPhones. I think they're really good at making iPhones. That's pretty good. You might not be getting first prize in the galactic space race, but iPhones are pretty cool. They're very useful. I don't know how I would get most places without an iPhone, and I definitely wouldn't have as much shit looked up. So that is also a very good thing. So you are doing that very well. And it's cool. It's cool, man. Oh, and also on this whole spaceship thing, I don't think they're coming out like... I don't think that, man. There's a couple things that my dad used to tell me when I was younger, and those were some cool things. Like, he told me, this was before anybody was talking about any of this shit. He told me about like the brain implants from like the 90s and shit. He was telling me about like the fucking Naga, which is just the same as any reptilian shit. He was really poisoning my brain. It's kind of why I'm like this, a little bit, not all the way. I just added it to the group of things that I'm collecting. And stealth ships, that's what I was trying to say. I don't believe in any of these UAPs, but you know, it's so weird that I listen to these motherfuckers talk all day long and none of them ever talk about stealth. I'm sure I'll hear something about stealth now because that's the way it seems to work, but I don't hear China talking about stealth. I don't hear the UK talking about stealth. I don't hear fucking America talking about stealth, which is weird because I know you guys got that shit. I know for sure you got that shit. One, my pop was annoyingly correct on some bullshit. And then two, after I got smart enough to think for myself, I know you got that shit. Because once again, iPhone cameras. We're thinking iPhone cameras, guys. Remember, that's the important part. iPhone cameras. Oh! He bitch slapped me. So, for me to hear so much shit about aliens, but yet not a one motherfucker even have people about a goddamn motherfucking stuff shit. What the fuck kind of operation you running? You telling me that we got motherfucking aliens flying through the sky and they coming down, they eating your babies, they taking over your politicians, your senators, your world leaders, and your priests and your peasants. But we don't know anything about no stealth ship. You gotta be tripping. You gotta be tripping if you believe that they have aliens before a stealth ship. But conveniently, that's the part that never comes up. You'll talk about what should be way higher level secrecy than a stealth ship. But yet aliens, the higher level secrecy topic, is the one that gets spoken on the most and not the one where you're like, oh, this is probably not a big deal. That strikes a chord with me. So sometimes when you listen to these people talk, if you get confused, what are they not talking about? You know what I'm saying? What's some shit they don't say? And they don't say shit about a stealth ship. The Chinese don't say shit about a stealth ship. Koreans don't say shit about a stealth ship. Japanese don't say shit about a stealth ship. Americans don't say shit about a stealth ship. UK don't say shit about a stealth ship. Flying quiet as a motherfucker. How am I supposed to take down this Big Daddy? You think I should just keep smacking him in the face till I win? Nah, I gotta go get some weapons. Where am I? Bot shut down health station. That's a door or something. There's no vending machine anywhere. So I really just gotta like keep hitting this guy in the face. I would be the worst type of whistleblower, bro. You wouldn't be able to allow me anywhere near any of these places. I also am not the guy who can be around. I know some people have like respect for whatever reason. But just because you're in a suit and tie and you got like a colorful little Pokemon badge on your chest does not mean that I'm going to keep my mouth shut if I got something to say. I don't care how many gyms you beat, bro. If I gotta say something, I'm gonna say it. It could be, and then I would just like flip it back on them. I'd be like, you could be lying. You could be a bad actor. We don't know what you do. There's psyops all over the place. And then that's when I get kicked out. Now cool off. So that's what they're gonna go for, man. They're already like slowly starting to take your things. It's always gonna be the most regular shit, bro. They're gonna come after your body. Through the food, through exercise. I also think some of y'all should slow down as far as like what the fuck you're doing. I made a prediction, I think about around a year ago, where since the 80s, or I guess maybe, I don't know when the fucking drug thing really kicked off, but it was like always drugs, right? And then my prediction like a year ago was that I think what we're going through right now, like low key, is we're going through like a health overdose, because getting too many things in your system is just as bad, not as just as bad as drugs, but like just as bad as not getting enough of that thing. And it's not a quick death. But I think it started in 2020, like 2019, 2020. Is this guy gonna stay frozen forever? I may as well go get a little sister. When people really started looking out for their health. And obviously because of COVID. So aside from the flexible spending account starting up, which fucking fooled you guys. Like I have one too, because I'm not gonna not save a little bit of money, but I use it very frugally. Some people come in there, because I work at Walgreens, so some people go in the motherfucker and they're just like, they'll spend $120 just on health shit, and it's like, have you ever been sick, bro? What happened to like mom and pop remedies? Like I'll go in and then sometimes I'll take NyQuil to sleep a little bit, and then I'll buy a thing of fucking Tylenol, I only have 2 modes for Tylenol. I'll either buy a little 8-pack cylinder and I'll just take that for the next couple days, or I'll buy the like big old 200 pack and then I'll take that for like 5 years. Even well after it's expired. I don't even care. The placebo's enough for me. I'm gonna get through it, because I've been sick before. I was sick a lot when I was a kid. My family is like infamous as far as that shit goes. But people come into Walgreens, and like some foreigners, some like Americans, and it's like, you've never been sick. You're asking me dumbass questions. Like, what is acetaminophen? Are you kidding me? Is this a psyop for me? You don't know what acetaminophen is? I don't care if you speak a different language. It's like, why are you spending all this money on it then? If you don't know what it is, you never took it. It's not the new fucking pair of Jordans. Just because you're here in America. It's missing. So the flexible spending account doesn't really save you that much money when you're willing to drop $200 every time you get sick. That's all I'm saying. But I feel like people are going through a health overdose right now because I'm noticing their spending habits since I work at a fucking drugstore. And aside from the vitamin C fucking overdoses, people are just taking like these supplements and this shit willy-nilly, dude. Like, you realize that supplements and like workout powders and all these drinks that have like 300% vitamin D, like 150% vitamin C, 150% niacin, like, you realize that this shit, and you drink multiple a day, and it's not good for you. And if you Google any of this shit, excessive overdose of these things in the long run leads to like bodily, like organ failure in like different supplements, different things. Like, you guys realize you're overdosing yourself on health. I wish people would catch on to that type shit, because I feel like that's the era we're in. And then I'm gonna wait, like, if I don't die first, because I smoke cigarettes, so I'm not one to talk, but I'm gonna wait like 30 years. I'm gonna just see people dropping off. I already think people are dropping off too quickly anyway. So that's one of my predictions, is that in a certain amount of time we're gonna see a lot of people dying, and then that's just gonna be one thing that they can point at and be like, see, look, y'all aren't like, they just randomly died of a heart attack or something. It could be true, could not be true. It's already fucked up because you guys are being way too healthy about things.
Hurry, Mr. B. I can see the angel.
I don't remember what I was gonna pivot that into. I don't even remember what I was talking about before that. Oh yeah, so they go after, they're just gonna always go after the tried and true things. Your body, just like all that health shit. They're gonna go after your mind, which all of us are getting used to right now. And then they're gonna go after your spirit. And then you say, yo, mewmuse, how they gonna go after your spirit like that? I would say, like, you not being able to own anything would be going after your spirit. Or them understanding so much about psychology that they can just, you know, fucking, I'd say cancel culture. That's going after your spirit. Just like trapping you in and shit like that. It's always going to be like try and true things. And they're going to do what they've been doing. I think the most important shit to pay attention to right now is, if you're really, really, really into this shit, the very most important stuff would be, what does keeping the Hormus Strait closed affect on both sides? I'm learning a little bit about that. That's pretty important. I know China's getting railed in like plastics and shit. I know America's getting railed in oil. But I mean, a Chinese factory that's selling plastic shit is gonna be okay. And then, you know, us having to pay $5 more in oil is finna be fine. But the fertilizer thing was big for me, because there's probably not many farmers left that can say that they got multi-generational farms, and I'm sure the same goes for China. So that's the alarming part, is that's taking away the shit that you own. And then all of these data centers would be the next most important one. Not because the data centers themselves are necessarily super important. I mean, they are, obviously, but it's more, I would say it's more so, I'm tripping out, dude. I gotta go pretty soon. I'm starting to see things. I must be tired. What about the data centers? Oh yeah, the data centers are also important. Not so much because they're like really bad for the environment. I mean, obviously they are, but we've been doing shit that's bad for the environment for as long as we've been around, bro. But it's how they start and how they end, to me. And I don't know anything about this stuff, so always take it with a grain of salt, because remember, at the end of the day, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. For entertainment purposes only, any characters, places, events, or likenesses are purely coincidental and are in no way, shape, or form related or applicable to said coincidences. But how these data centers start. I think that the weather is fucked up. People are used to like really weird weather phenomenon, and then weird that they tell us they can control the weather. And then it's also weird that so many strange weather things happened. And then the weirdest part is when these data centers or fucking premium cache of cobalt is found, that weird weather happens where people lose things, and then insurance companies decide not to pay out, because I don't necessarily think the insurance companies are complicit. Like maybe someone got a nice paycheck. Maybe like a couple people got a nice paycheck at the insurance companies. I wouldn't put it past them. But also they would just go bankrupt if they had to pay for all this shit. You can't pay that much insurance that quickly. I mean, banks can't even do that. That's why banks have to be bailed out, because you can't give everybody money at the same time. That's not how it works. But it's weird that this weather shit happens like around all of these nice things. So I think that's one super important thing that you gotta listen to and pay attention to beyond everything else. And then I'm gonna be a doomer about it, and I'm gonna also think a little bit about the end of these data centers.
The needle of the metal sister to drain content of his atom. It is the only way to defeat.
Most of Middle America is probably farmland. There's a dead cat right here. That's sad. And the outskirts are probably like for fishing and, you know, tech. I get that much. But I think the places where these data centers are built is a little suspect. Like maybe they wanted to build them out in nowhere, which is probably true. But if I'm going to be a doomer just for the sake of it, and I'm not saying this is any truer than them just wanting to build it out in the middle of nowhere, but it's around like nothing but minorities that I'm sure powerful people probably could do without. It's around poor white people and a lot of black people, because they're in like the southern eastern side of the United States. It's like, it's not Florida, it's in like fucking Georgia and then Virginia and shit. A lot of black people, a lot of white people. And then Texas, a couple in California probably, or like Arizona. I'm just thinking that, like, if these places were places that would be targets, like, if some bad shit happened, that's just like, I guess you got your soldiers right there, huh? Those are the people getting bombed. I just feel like you should have built it like it's secretly somewhere. Why do we need to know where it is? I mean, I'm not in any of those danger zones, but I feel like if there's a target to be, I mean, you might have a hard time getting your missile to an air base that has things ready to shoot that missile down. But as far as these data centers, next to all these black people and poor white people and Mexican people and shit, y'all is fucked. You know that? Y'all is fucked in the South over there, and Texas, and wherever it is, Arizona and shit. Maybe not Arizona. That shit's like right. It's not even towards like the middle of our country. It's like on the side where you know that some of the enemy missiles could fucking land. It's almost like they're putting that bullseye there. Like, yo, you trying to hit? We want you to hit this spot, so they don't go for any other spots. I kind of feel like y'all are just the patsies. They're just like, yo, this is where our important shit is. Oh no, we didn't have any room in the country, so we had to put it right here. Next to all of these people. I kind of feel like y'all get fucked and you don't even realize you're getting fucked. I mean, that might not be your first target. You might want to go for like Lockheed. You might want to like just shoot the shit out of Lockheed, and then maybe a couple other like fire bases and shit. But I mean, if it's like right there and there's nothing defending it, you may as well take out a data center too. It kind of feels like a little suspect as far as how easy that shit looks like. You could just fucking bump up a submarine real quick off the coast of Florida and just take that bitch out. And then all those black people and white people that are down there are just gonna be like in a sea of fire. Or like the Latino people in Texas or whatever the fuck. I don't know. It seems weird to me. But maybe there's not enough space up in like Minnesota. Maybe it's just snow fucks it all up for the data. Maybe it doesn't like the cold weather like that. I just feel like Minnesota would be a really hard place to shoot a missile if you had like really important data you didn't want to get bombed to shit. But whatever. So they're just gonna go over that type of shit. What was like one more? Things you should pay attention to above all else. Oh well.
Contain waste above. There will be no going back from here. Make sure you are ready to face it before moving on.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna end the video here. And then I'll probably do another video real quick. And then just finish the game and stop talking about I got through most of the political shit that I wanted to talk about. For whatever I remembered. I'll remember like 20 things after I turn this shit off, but I mean, oh well. That's just the way it goes. And I think that the most important thing to remember nowadays, with all this shit going on, whether you're on the fucking hip-hop side, which I guess is the oppressed, or you're on the white side, which is doing well and doesn't want the world to go to shit, whether you're a fucking actor or regular person, or you're into fucking star charts and astrology, or some peace, love, and Jefferson Airplane light type shit, or on some like hip-hop gangster shit or whatever, is that with all this technology, you're not gonna win. I mean, politicians and like royalty and businessmen at that level, they never get to truly sleep. Like, there's always someone trying to fuck them over, and there's always opposition and whatever. And so when we're dealing with all this shit online, we're not gonna beat it. And I feel like what you can do though is if you, and this has enough space for everybody's beliefs regardless of how you feel, because you're not going to find Jesus Christ online or any sort of Zen Buddhism, and you're not going to get an answer to the simulation online because AI isn't that intelligent, and it's just going to be used for terribly human things, and trying to just convince you that you're not anything special. And if you're into aliens, our government for sure doesn't know a goddamn thing about aliens, but with so much manipulation happening right now on every end, just fucking look at nature, right? That was the first thing that was taken from you before this whole game started, that everyone on the planet had adopted. That was the very first thing to leave, was nature. When whether he's your savior or not, or whether you believe them or not, nature was the first thing that started to become damned. The introduction of technology, which I still consider to be the metaphorical light bringer that we can't control, that'll always fuck us over. But nature was one of the first things to go, probably right there. Paganism. And then now when we think of paganism, it's just child sacrifice and blood pacts and then sucking fucking energy from each other. But if you want to answer to any of these things, why don't you don't try to have so little faith in what you believe in that you think that the only possible way for it to communicate to you would be in a way that someone else online says is the way it happens. I would just talk to fucking random animals, bro. Just stare at fucking animals. Talk to animals. Fucking bugs and shit. Flowers. Talk to your flowers. And just make sure, you water them. If a bird fucking comes a little close to you, just say, hey, what's up? Not like in a weird, crazy way, but I mean, if there's anything out there, whether it's an alien, a simulation, or your god, obviously it's gonna, or even the afterlife, I feel like it would be at least skilled enough to speak to you in strange ways, huh? I've seen some shit in nature that's like, there's for sure something going on, and it, like I said, my idea, I feel like it has room for everybody. Because I don't know what it is. I know it's something, but I don't know what it is. I'm still gonna go back and forth with this whole. I just like it. I like the thrill of that occult stuff, but I don't believe for a second that they can do anything. I don't think their magic circles do anything. I don't think their symbols do anything. I don't think they're not speaking spells over me. They haven't escaped karma. They're not gonna live forever. They don't have weird parasites making them stronger. They aren't channeling demons. They aren't super powered. It's just Wizard of Oz. And if there is something else out there, whether we're in a simulation, whether there are aliens, whether it's your god or my god or some other god, I just feel like nature would be what it would tell you. It would like help you. I don't know. I feel like that's a good basis of faith to have, that it would find a way to let you know in a way that no one else could. You know what I'm saying? And something to be said about technology causing so much trouble for us, and us manipulating each other nonstop. Yet for nature to be one of the very first things to go when the devil really started shining nice and bright. Because before that, there were some monotheistic beliefs, but if a god was evil, it wasn't really because they were evil. That's just the way it was. They were wrathful, or it was a little different. But I don't know. I say go back to nature. That's my thing. I know, like, my people in the UK, that pagan is like an insult as far as hip hop. But I've always had a beef with hip hop and some of the dumbass shit they say. Slime sounds hella cool, but it's stupid. Goat sounds dope, but it's dumb. And then, like, pagan, like, weird. But that's a black thing. It's not enough time. I gotta get off this because I don't know when my things get cut off. But go back to nature. That would be my first suggestion. Give us some homework. Why don't you spend like a year and a half just trying to talk to animals whenever you see them, or insects, or fish, or birds, or whatever. And just like our dogs and cats and stuff, tell me what weird shit you stumble across. Because I know for one that every time I would smoke weed, like, and I smoked a lot of motherfucking weed. So there were points, like, it's not just me being too high. I smoked weed and got too high a ton of times, and I also smoked weed so much that I wasn't even high. It was just like taking a Tylenol, like having pain and then taking the Tylenol. But dogs, like animals, would always act a little bit different. You should probably experiment a little bit more on that. But I'm gonna end this video right here so I can finish this boss. And I'm not gonna say without further ado because I'm gonna continue again right now. So hold on. 1, 2, 3. Yokoso. Okay, I'm gonna continue. Let's get to it. Let's beat this motherfucker. But yeah, basically nature. I think we gotta go back to nature. That's what should happen. If there's oh my god, there's a bunch of people that, you know, they want to have superpowers and shit like that. I feel like we should go to nature first. You want to figure out what the fuck we can do? Let's try and talk to nature first again. Let's just go all the way back. Things are speeding up too much for you. Let's just go back to nature. You don't got to spend all your time in nature, but just like remember it's there, you know. I'm about to murk this dude. I'll tell you what though. You don't have to be as weird as me because I'll just like sit and talk to like a random bug. Not like full conversation. But what in the hell is Dr. Manhattan doing here? I'm just like a little kid about it. But since I started, I used to smush bugs. Like when I would see them. And then I got into the habit of like, I don't know where I learned it from. But if I knew that it was possible for me to get like a spider or like a beetle or something out of my house outside, or if like there was a little fly trapped in like a cup or something, I'll just get a little paper towel. They're resilient as fuck. You also learn a lot more when you do this type of shit. What am I doing? Wait, tell me that again. I wasn't paying attention. This shit like real life. What am I supposed to do? What am I doing? Drain it. I don't think I picked that up. How do I drain it? I don't think I switched it out. I gotta go back. I'm gonna look it up on my phone while I talk about this. But since I started saving bugs from like just being in my house instead of smashing them all the time, and just like getting some sick little pleasure out of it, I don't get bit. I don't get bit by bugs anymore. Now I can't say that that's a forever thing. And I'm not like seeking to test it out, but I won't really get bit by bugs at all. And I'll get bit a lot less other places where it's like, I'll still get bit by a mosquito. If that's the nature of the thing, you can't just assume that you're gonna be on some weird godly shit. If it's the nature of the creature, you can't get mad at it for following its nature. And that's why I think we should get back to the real roots. Start talking a little bit more to it, helping it out more. BioShock. How to take Eve. So I just gotta use the needle on him. What am I supposed to do here? Set you on fire? The machine you just damaged is hacked. What the fuck do you want me to do, dude? Oh. What am I playing, Spider-Man? They clearly don't want you to be into that spiritual shit without them controlling the narrative, but I feel like even if you and I can't communicate with each other, because there's always going to be some sort of fucking federale that enters the chat and fucks it up for both of us. If you just listen to me and you start talking to nature again, it'll sort itself out quicker than you know. I'm confident in that.
Catch my breath.
You want to know if you really have superpowers? Just start talking to nature again. Is this on my team? I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I'm gonna keep taking your sweet juices. Who is this guy? I've been talking about politics. Are you kidding? Yo, this boss battle is gonna be easy. This is straight up like a Spider-Man boss, though. This game's only hard if you're trying to play the game the way they're trying to play it. If you take everything you know right now and you just keep having normal ass discussions and you go back to nature, shit become easy peasy. Ow! And it's super weird. Because at the end of the day, their kids would be on the losing side if they win, which is fucking hilarious. I don't know who they is, but the metaphorical fucking they. Whoa, 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 whoa. Does he fucking heal? I was watching that video today though, and it seemed like it was almost trying to like control my thought process, which is a little bit silly. I do think that this whole technology thing is the light bringer as far as what other people believe in. I don't believe in Lucifer or any shit like that. But I guess we'll see who's right.
Showed you what you was capable of. Even that life you thought you had, that was something I dreamed up and had tattooed inside your head. Now, if you don't call that family, I don't know what is.
That guy needs to get back into cyberpunk. Good job, little girl. It's the Batman. Stab him. Get him. See? This is why you gotta be a pimp. Look who come to save the day. Just like the end of The Bride. That's what I need. I need this type of energy. But like, they need to be 20 years older. Maybe 15 years older.
They offered you this city. And you refused it. And what did you do instead? What I've come to expect of you. You saved them. You gave them the one thing that was stolen from them.
Different clothes? Oh.
A chance to learn. To find love.
Oh.
To live. And in the end, what was your reward?
See, I need the Lilith, bro. I need Lilith and the Lilith.
But I think I know.
I would send my team out there and we would take over.
Family.
Because behind every super powerful elite man is a woman that got him by the balls, bro. That would be my strategy. And we'll just find the right marriages. It might take some time, but we'll work our way in. And then all roads lead to mewmuse. So what would have happened if I hadn't saved the kids, bro? I would have just been king of Camelot. I just want to say, when I say talk to nature, I don't mean like do constant parasite cleanses on your body or like ward off evil spirits with sage and shit. I mean like actually talk to nature. Like help it when you can. Fuck with it when you can. And it's good because that's the one thing they can't get to yet. I don't give a shit what they say about pigeons. You're definitely not going to have like a fucking robot cat walking around in some area you don't know and you don't think a cat should be there, but it just randomly shows up and it's looking at you weird. Like that's not some shit that they're gonna be able to get to anytime fucking soon. But anyway, I finished BioShock. Finally. This game was gooder than a bitch, dude. Man, this game kind of makes me jealous I didn't play it back then. And also at the same time, even though I do like modern day games, this is one of the best games I've played in a minute. And for this game to be so old and then to still stand up with everything I've played recently, this shit is crazy good. It had things that I didn't even know were in games back then. The story was it was weird because it wasn't exactly super engaging as far as cutscenes that you're used to, where it's a whole cinematic fucking universe. But there was enough lore scattered around in like non-intrusive ways where I didn't have to search super deeply for it. Like, Cyberpunk's lore was pretty cool, but I still had to, aside from the quests that were obviously like next level shit, I still had to like read a bunch of bullshit that I don't, after all this time, I still don't like reading in a game. I still don't give a fuck about it. Cyberpunk was one of the games I did that a little bit more for, but I still don't like it when you make me read to get the story. I'm playing a game, bro. I would have been reading a book if I wanted to read. Why the fuck are you giving me these things? But they played it in little audio clips of like different people from the world. And it actually, even though it's like an older game and you couldn't like free roam or anything, it was super well built. The scenery was pretty as fuck, even though it's been remastered. Still, it would have looked the same back then, I'm sure. To my virgin eyes. Overall, just pimp. This was a super dope game. And I have the other ones, and I'll play those at some point. I don't think I want to play them consecutively, but I'm excited to play the next game. And as far as this game goes, I would give it I give it a 9 out of 10. Depending. I don't know. It's so old at this point that I can't really score it properly, but it was a fucking, I can see why it's a classic. It was good as hell. Alright, but that's going to be the end of this. Oh shit, don't do that. And the part's going to be a part here. I don't know what I'm going to play next, but we'll have to wait and see. Will I talk about politics? Maybe not. I feel like I've kind of been putting bows on everything I want to talk about, and I can't expect that shit to really change all that much. I'm not going to talk about every new thing that happens, but it was cool. I'll still watch the videos, but I don't think I'll talk about it. This ended up just being a perfect game to talk about it. It was Illuminati shit. It was already political. There weren't really that many cutscenes of people getting in the way. It was just me walking around. So I don't think I'm gonna really do that anymore. I'm kind of just chopping it up. It never seems like I'm chopping it up. It seems just like I'm doing things randomly, but there's always a method to the chaos, baby. So anyway, a part's going to be a part right there. So without any further ado, you know, I bid you adieu. And until next time you dare, maybe one day you'll get my real voice. Bye.
ここだ